All right, hey guys, what's up? It's Stephen Dunn with Core Therapy and Pilates. I'm the founder of Pilates for PTs. But anyway, how's everybody doing? I hope everybody's well. I want to share a quick story today. I just wrapped up teaching my beta course, the Pilates for PTs course, and Monday was my last live teaching call for the course. And I told a story about a patient, a client that I want to share with y'all today. And it's a client of mine that when I opened up my business back in 2005, it was April of 2005, I went and did a traditional marketing thing and went to see a few doctors and brought lunch and spent a lot of money and a lot of time and talking to the doctors. And I really got very little time with the doctors, but I did get one family practice doctor was very interested in what we did. She was from Asia and was very interested in holism and acupuncture and different things, even though she was a primary care physician. So she was very interested in our Pilates program. So she sent me a client, and this was the summer of 2005. And this woman showed up. She had osteoporosis. She had scoliosis that she didn't know about. No one had picked up. The osteoporosis was being treated with Boniva or Fosamax or something like that. And she was having pain, a lot of hip pain. And she was a school teacher. She taught music, and so would stand up and teach a whole hour of music lessons to kids. So she was always standing, and she came in for PT because this doctor's like, hey, go try this guy. He was really interested with this whole Pilates concepts. So I was able to find out, within the first, few minutes of evaluating her, I was like, well, you have some scoliosis, and we explained that. We talked about that, and all of a sudden, I was able to really help her in those first few months of treatment, as far as helping her get out of pain and discomfort. But what I did is I exposed her to our Pilates and Tonic program, and so in PT, and this was early, so it was just me and my wife Cheryl. We didn't have any front desk help. It was just the two of us. So I would do pretty much most things myself. Cheryl would help me out some, but Cheryl had her own clients. So I would see her for PT. I would also, in the PT session, be teaching her Pilates and Tonic work. Well, once we got to a point where her insurance, this was back when I took insurance, her insurance cut her off for the year. She then just slid right over into working with Cheryl and started doing some private training. And then as we grew and brought on new instructors and started getting more equipment and started offering classes, she settled into doing classes. And 14 years later, she's still our client. And in that 14 years, she has come in and taken either a private Pilates or Tonic session or a group a group session at least once a week for the last 14 years. The only time she hasn't is if she's been out of town. Now, she's retired about 5 years ago, so since she has retired, she's in there more frequently. She's in there 2 to 3 times a week taking classes. Mostly classes now. But what's going on with her being in my world, I now see her for PT about once a quarter for a tune-up. Sometimes it's once every 2 months. Basically, if she's going out of town, like tomorrow or this week, she's going out of town, so I saw her yesterday. I saw her probably 6 weeks ago, right before she went out of town. I probably saw her 3 months before that. Now, if she injures herself and she has she's done a few things where she's sprained an ankle, she's had some wrist issues, then we would treat it, and we would do a plan to treat it and take care of it. But because of the amount of effort she had been putting in our Pilates classes for all this time, she was very strong and she was doing very well. So whenever I treated her in a plan of care, it was just the PT side to get her back to doing what she was doing in classes. I didn't need to expose her to Pilates, take her through my normal plan of care, because she's already been through all that. So 14 years later, I was trying to figure out the math the other day, and I think it's about $65,000, $75,000 that she's paid us over that time. Now, let's talk a little bit about her transformation and what's happened to her. Her pain is super minimal. She does so well. Her scoliosis is still present, but it's improved. But where she's improved is that she's no longer osteoporotic. She's now osteopenia, and she's not on any of the medications. So osteopenia, no meds, compared to osteoporosis on the meds. So it's been a long journey. Now, the great thing about her is that we've created such a deep relationship that we're buddies. She'll email me. She lives in my neighborhood. She'll stop by and drop stuff off in my mailbox. She has been involved in this community for 30 years. Her kids are now probably 30. And she's had season football tickets at our local high school, and Texas football is a big deal around here. And so every year she gives me her season tickets, and I end up trading her and giving her the credit at my office for what those costs are. And then I end up giving those tickets away to other clients. I end up using them for a few games. But they're really good tickets that I couldn't buy because she's had them for 30 years. And she doesn't want them anymore. And so she's like, hey, do you want them? I'm sure you could use them. And so again, it's one of these long-term relationships from someone that lives in my neighborhood. I walk my dog. I just walked in front of her house. I didn't see her, but I just walked in front of her house. That's what made me think of her and led to this live. But anyway, I just want to share that. If I was a traditional PT studio, PT clinic, I would have seen her way back then, 14 years ago, and she'd have been gone. I would have lost her. That would have been the end of our relationship. Maybe she would have shown up a couple times here and there for some of those quirks that she had. But because of being in our Pilates program, she's been around for years and years. So I just wanted to share that. That's a part of one of the benefits of having a wellness program, having a cash program that people pay out of pocket for. It doesn't matter what their insurance says. It matters how they feel. It matters the transformation that you're providing. So for her, it's been a tremendous transformation, and it's a tremendous relationship, and it's the kind of friendships that we developed with our clients. So just want to share that with you guys today. Y'all have a fantastic day. Y'all have any questions or comments, put them below and I'll be happy to answer. Y'all take care. Peace.